Hi, and welcome to another of Zeal and Zen's little quick video tips on yoga therapy, and fascial stretch therapy. So today I'm going to be continuing the series that I've entitled the Core 4. And I started with the Core 4 for the lower body, and these are fascial stretches for the key 4 body bits and pieces that tend to get tight in North American society. So we've dealt with the lower body. Now I'm going to move into the upper body, and we're going to play around with that. The muscle group that I'm going to work into today is called the Pec Minor. And how do you know if you're tight through here? Well, one way is that rounded shoulder that kind of often appears. Or maybe if your breath feels a little restricted through your chest, or even when you're bringing up your arm, if that feels a little bit tough, if you're trying to reach the top thing and the top cupboard is difficult for you. So that might be little signs and symptoms that your Pec Minor could be tight. So first off, what we're going to do is simply warm up the shoulder joint first. So come to a standing place and just circle the arms. So start with little circles, the arms down low, and gradually you can get a little bit bigger. So how big you go is really up to you. Remember, we want to stay outside of what I call the yellow light zone, so moving in a way that is appropriate for your body. So you'll notice that as I get bigger, alternate hands switch as to which comes on top. So left hand on top, right hand on top. And then we release, shake that out, and start circling and warming up in the other direction. So yellow lights can be things like holding your breath, feeling a little bit of tension in the body, something different than a stretch, okay? Clicks, clunks, clanks. Definitely pain is actually into red light versus yellow light zone. Or even a feeling that maybe you might be in a place that isn't appropriate for you. So stay moving in a way that feels good for you. So yeah, maybe your circles don't get as big on the other side. Today, going this way for some reason, I don't feel like my circles are as big. And alternating hands on top, getting nice and big. Shake that out. So what I failed to say at the start was we are going to need a prop for this today, and I have a stability ball. Stability ball is ideal, and lots of gyms have them, and actually to find one at home isn't too uncommon for many people these days. But you can use something that is of a similar height and stationary. It won't work as easily as the stability ball will, but you can still get something out of it. So what you want to do is come down onto all fours. Well, you can start from all fours, and then put one arm up on the ball. And you want a 90-degree angle at your elbow here, okay? So other shoulder is right above opposite wrist, and you can just start circling a little bit with the ball here just to warm things up. So moving from the shoulder here, and then choose an angle, and you'll notice the ball can move back a little bit and up a little bit. This is the nice part about using the stability ball. Otherwise, if you're on a stationary object, just move your body to accommodate this. So pick a place that feels like it means something to you, and then feel as though you can press this shoulder to the opposite hand. Don't lose that bend in the elbow, otherwise you'll change the focus of the stretch. Change the angle, and again, shoulder to hand. So what we're doing is it's usually on the inhale and then the exhale that you settle into it. Okay, and change and explore what I call the fan of the muscle. So moving the ball a little bit forward, a little bit back. So adding some intensity here, what you can do, and you might have noticed me already starting to do that, I have a tendency to get right in there right away, is turning the head the opposite way. So bending or bringing that shoulder down to the hand and turning the head the other way. Okay, so that's one way to add a new dimension. And the final way of adding a new dimension, I'll maybe go to the side, you might be seeing that a little bit better here, is to let that hip move away from the arm as well. So just discovering this space. And if you want, you can do a little circle in a spot, see how that feels, different areas, just explore different aspects of it. Key not to lose that 90-degree angle. So that's the pec minor, the first muscle group that I am going to talk about for the core four, for the upper body, fascial stretches that will relieve places that you find tension typically in North American society. So look for the next three coming up, and there'll be a vague secret as to what they are, but you can probably make some educated guesses. I look forward to seeing you in my next video clip. Thanks for sharing your practice with me today. Don't forget to do both sides. Namaste. Bye.